We have seen the hunger of a member with regards to learning, learning newer and futuristic things, which gave us a lot of confidence in AI and ICI. Also, the president and vice president were equally amazed and satisfied that people in this large numbers are keen on learning new things.
Friends, hackathon was a subject which was a talk of town, and many people were confused that what is this hackathon, why institute is doing such types of hackathon. But today, due to hackathon, the adoption of AI has gone to a ground level. Even the smallest cities, smallest chartered accountant, a proprietor, or a small partnership firm are using the use cases given by our hackathonist. Now, the time has come to move towards fourth panelist. So, I will request our tech team to move to the next panelist, and the next panelist is Shashank Shah. So, Shashank, we welcome you for this hackathon season 2. It's on AI use cases in tax audit. You have 10 minutes, and 8 minutes after there is a buzzer. You have seen your earlier panelist also. So now the floor is open to you for your use case. So let's welcome Shashank with a round applause. Over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, Umeshji. Thank you, team, for the opportunity. So, I like to take this opportunity to give a use case on how to identify uh, cases where TDS should have been deducted but has not been deducted. TDS is one of the most important reporting factor. It results into disallowances of the income of the expenses of the company in the tax audit. And to identify those transactions, we have to look into each and every transaction, have a detailed scrutiny. Even after doing such a lengthy process, there are chances that there might be some transactions that might be missed out, or there might be some transactions wherein TDS would not have been properly deducted. So, how the tool helps here is you extract the ledgers from the tally into Excel, process it into a format, and then put it into the Power BI, which then helps to analyze the transactions that are not tax compliant. So if I just run through the entire a quick use case and how it works. So we import the data directly from Tally by including the inbuilt export feature. We put out some rules whether this transaction or whether this expense has to be whether it is a TDS applicable or not applicable. Then it analyzes all the transactions wherein we have said it is applicable, and then it generates the list of whether it is TDS compliant or not compliant. So we are doing this entirely on basis using Tally and Power BI. So this is a brief implementation process. I'll just run through the process so that we have a brief overview and a faster overview. So the first thing is to extract the tally, all ledgers. All ledger is a feature in a tally from where we can get all the aspects of the ledger. So if there are 4 ledgers getting impacted in a single entry, we can filter out all those 4 transactions in a uh, single file so that we can see the holistic view of the entry. And another thing that we have to extract is the ledger master. So ledger master lists down all the ledgers that are there in the system along with the groupings that comes along with the uh, in the tally. So once this data is extracted, then we have made an inbuilt tool wherein you can refresh the data. So this is an extract of how the all ledger comes out. This ledger extract is not directly readable. So what we have to do, we have to use this tool. This is a macro enabled tool just clear out all the previous data and copy paste the ledger and put it into this designated space. Once done, just click on.
Shashank, your screen is not visible.
I see. Just 1 second. It is visible. The screen is visible.
Now it is visible, and I will request our tech team to please see that the screens are visible from minute 1.
Yeah, I'll just revisit what I have explained. So this is the format that we get an all ledger extract from the system. So what we have to do with this tool is we have to copy this data and put it in this tool directly Control V. Once pasted, we have to click on Format Sheet. And copy the data and put it into all ledger formatting. So both the sheets are VBA controlled sheets. Once the data is entered, it automatically filters out the data and makes the data in a more readable format. So now this transaction this is the ledger, Adya Creations, and ICICI Bank voucher number 26 is the year which were previously appearing in multiple lines. Once this is done, we have to copy this data and put it in a separate data source folder as all ledgers. And then we have to use the ledger master and highlight couple of entries over there to identify the TDS. So in this case, all the expense entry, TDS as a majority cases, it will be applicable only on expenses. For the use case, I have considered only expenses. So here we have to mark whether this is a TDS deductible or a non-deductible expense. So in case it is a TDS deductible expense, we can even mention what is the applicable TDS rate. Once this data is filled in, we have to pull in data for TDS payable, identify the ledger which are TDS payable and mark them as TDS payable. So here, all this ledger for this client wherein TDS liability is there, I have marked it as TDS payable. Now what happens in this scenario case, we load this data into Power BI. So here, all ledger is a data source and the ledger master is a data source. Basis the formula and the DAX applicability, we have created other sheets like TDS applicability and TDS entries. And once the data is refreshed, we get a TDS summary. These are the transactions. This is the expense amount, and this is the TDS amount that has been deducted. And then in another sheet, we get a list of all the expenses wherein TDS amount has not been deducted. So now this data can be exported and worked upon to highlight the situations if there are any exceptions or this is just genuine misreporting. We can further fine tune this use case to put out the party wise at threshold levels for each particular transactions and also identify transactions which are not falling within the same TDS limit. So let's suppose a particular transaction, you identify this marketing agency fee, which is appearing over here, is a non-TDS deductible expenses. First, you have marked it as TDS. Now it is a non-TDS. As a user, you just have to go to Ledger Master, filter out marketing. Marketing agency fees, and we can put it as no. As soon as this is done, and we go here and refresh the data. Once the data is yet, immediately mark whatever you have marked as no would be removed from the list in a fraction of seconds. So the only initial steps that had to be taken care is while extracting the tally data, the configuration should be proper, and one-time effort of marking all the ledgers, whether this is a TDS deductible expense or not, and identifying the TDS ledgers. We can further extend it to identify other ledgers like other reporting points like cash more than 20 to 10,000 rupees, cash receipts more than 2 lakh rupees, PF cases wherein it has been deposited at a later date, uh, just by pulling the data once. For each point of the data, we can get a report right from this tool. So this was the overview of identifying tax gaps into the system, into tax audit report, wherein TDS has not been deducted.
Yeah, thank you, Shashank, for the use case on the TDS reconciliation. And let me put into the words that you have taken a lot of pains to extract the data from Tally and how to integrate it into Excel and how to sanitize the data. And you have also shown the process where the TDS is deducted, not deducted, and the separate sheet for that using the Excel. And also, it's very important for this season of tax audit because, as you rightly pointed out, if TDS is not deducted, the expenses get taxed, means we have to pay tax if the deduction of that expenses is not allowed in many of the cases. So that is very important thing that you have shown. So thank you, Shashank, for your use case.